Welcome, fellow photographers. Today we're going to talk about different modes of your camera. Understanding the different modes of your camera is essential to capturing stunning images. Knowing which mode to use in different shooting scenarios can make a significant difference in the final result. But before we dive in today, if you're looking to learn a bit about more of your photography and get a jump start on understanding your camera, I highly recommend my Naebeck course, How to Learn Beginner Photography Quickly and Easily. The link is in the description below. It all covers all the basics that you need to get started on your camera. So now, let's get started with the modes of your camera so you can get started today. The first up is auto mode. The most basic and common mode of all cameras is the auto mode. When you're not too familiar with your camera or you want to capture a quick moment without thinking too much about the settings, the auto mode is the way to go. The camera sets the aperture, shutter speed, ISO, and other settings for you. However, this mode can limit creativity and you may not always get the desired result. So the next up is the manual mode. The manual mode gives you full control over the camera's settings, including the aperture, shutter speed, ISO, and more. This mode is ideal for professionals or anyone who wants to experiment with different settings to achieve their desired results. Manual mode allows you to create the perfect exposure and depth of field. You also have the choice of aperture priority mode. The aperture priority mode is a semi-automatic mode that allows you to adjust the aperture and the camera sets the shutter speed automatically. This mode is ideal for controlling the depth of field, as in wide aperture with a low f number, it creates a shallow depth of field blurring the background, while a small aperture like a high f number creates a deep depth of field, making everything in the frame sharp. The next up is shutter priority mode. The shutter priority mode is another semi-automatic mode that allows you to adjust the shutter speed, and the camera sets the aperture automatically. This mode is perfect for capturing motion, as fast shutter speed freezes motion, while a slow shutter speed creates motion blur. The next on our list today is program mode. The program mode is a semi-automatic mode that allows you to adjust some settings, while the camera sets the others. In this mode, you can adjust the ISO, exposure compensation, white balance, and more, while the camera sets the aperture and shutter speed. We also have sports mode. The sports mode is a preset mode that is ideal for capturing fast-moving objects. This mode sets the camera to a fast shutter speed to freeze motion and reduces depth of field to blur the background. The next up is landscape mode. Landscape mode is another preset mode that is ideal for capturing sweeping vistas and nature scenes. This mode sets the camera to a small aperture, which is a high f number, to create a deep depth of field, making everything in the frame sharp. You also have portrait mode. Portrait mode is a preset mode that is ideal for capturing portraits. This mode sets the camera to a wide aperture, which is a low f number, to create a shallow depth of field, blurring the background and creating a bokeh effect, making the subject stand out. In conclusion, every camera has its advantages and disadvantages, and there are many other modes to the camera to learn too. The best mode used depends on the shooting scenario and the result that you want to achieve. The more that you practice and experiment with different modes, the more that you'll understand and master your camera. If you're interested in learning more, don't forget to check out my Udemy class in the link below. And as a bonus, you can sign up for my other class for some inspiration called 30 Days of Creative Inspiration, a photography challenge to find inspiration for your new photo skills. I can't wait to see what you create with these new tips. Now go out there and have fun with your camera.